Hello, Mustangs. We have an update along with the exclusive interviews about the recent rise in protest. These protests include spreading the right to vote to women, along with equal rights and treatment of women and men of color. Now we go to Nathan in the field.
I'm here with Elizabeth Cady Stanton and Susan B. Anthony. They are like the people who started this whole revolution. So tell me about your history, Susan.
Well, my family has always promoted equal rights. My father was actually an abolitionist, and I've been creating petitions to get signed to end slavery since I was 17 years old.
All right, awesome. Now tell me about your family, Elizabeth.
I was the one who started the women's rights movements.
So what do you wish to achieve with the American Equal Rights Association?
Well, my wish is to achieve all the equal rights that are possible, especially the right to vote, no matter your color or your gender.
Are you sure you want to have both blacks and women both able to vote at the same time?
Yes, I want to get as much done as possible because it's pretty ridiculous that the rich govern the poor, the educated govern the uneducated, and the men govern the women. So, and the whites govern the blacks. So, my goal is to get everything equal.
Thank you. So, Ms. Stanton, by what means are you going to promote your cause?
Gender should never be a variable in our society, from who puts food on the tables to how our criminal is treated in court. I would love to see a world with countless women and minorities changing people's lives.
Thank you. So there you have it. Women fighting for their rights for as long as it takes. Back to you in the studio, Sam.
Now we go to Gabe interviewing Alice Paul in Washington, D.C.
I'm here with Alice Paul, one of the leading women's rights activists and one of the main strategizers in trying to get the constitutional amendment for women the right to vote. Alice, given all the trouble that you've gone through, do you still believe that this was the right time to make this protest, considering the parade before President Wilson's inauguration?
I think the fact that 500,000 people came to view the parade is evidence that it was the right time. The fact that the police did not protect us is the fault of the police and not the fault of the parade. We demand President Wilson to push Congress to pass the constitutional amendment and enfranchising the women of this country. We intend to picket outside the White House for as long as it takes.
Very well. Alice, you've suffered a lot for this cause. You've gone to prison multiple times, you've gone on hunger strikes, and you've gone to the point where you've been hospitalized. Do you believe that you'll ever be successful on this path?
Yes, serving as a political prisoner and going on hunger strike and even being force-fed are tragically the result of a government of men attempting to deny such a simple thing like a woman's right to vote. But I will not stop until we have universal suffrage.
So tell me your thoughts on the groups that are actually against this movement that you're pursuing, such as the National Association Opposed to Women's Suffrage and the Southern States. What do you think about that?
Well, these groups like the NAOWS are just very selfish, and they don't believe in human rights, let alone women's rights or African American rights, and it's just very selfish, and I don't believe in them at all.
Thank you. Okay, thank you for your time, Alice. Back to the studio.